What's up, people? This is Seanstradamus, the sports genius formerly known as Sean Dunn. Welcome to another episode of Direct Man Sports Fan, coming to you Monday, August 28th, 2012. I'm coming to you to discuss what really grinds my gears in the world of sports over the past week. However, before we get started, I want to mention the fact that we are sponsored by none other than the World Series of Dice and Negro Modelo. So with all that being said, I want to start talking about what really grinds my gears in the world of sports. First thing that grinds my gears in the world of sports is this whole Roger Clemens fiasco. And you say, what Roger Clemens fiasco? He was acquitted last month. That's what grinds my gears. First of all, the fact that he was even on trial bothers me right now. Because if you haven't been following sports over the past few days, if you notice, Roger Clemens pitched in a minor league baseball game against a bunch of fucking single A baseball players or whatever, and he was just gassing these bums. This dude is 50 years old and he was gassing them. I thought it was fucking 1987 or something. When I was waiting for Fred Savage and the Wonder Years to come on afterwards. This shit was ridiculous. It was just unbelievable how he was gassing these dudes. Like, they should be ashamed of themselves. And that's what brings me back to him being on steroids. That proves my point forever and for always that steroids in baseball and sports in general don't mean shit. Because if you're cold, you're cold. And if you're a fucking bum, you're a fucking bum. And those dudes he was facing Saturday were fucking bums. It might not even been Saturday. It might have been Friday. I don't know when it was. But all I know is he was blowing them away. It is not cute to get blessed by a 50-year-old and you're like 25. Dude, it's only cold to lose to your dad when you're like 10 years old. That is just unbelievable. That's like me losing a fucking foot race to my 74-year-old uncle. Like, dude, I would chop my fucking feet off if something like that ever happened. I really would. It's unbelievable. These people have no fucking pride. There's no level of embarrassment or anything. They cannot tell me nothing about steroids, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, or whoever else no fucking more after watching this dude at 50 years old and not play for 5 years just mow them down. And don't give me that Satchel Paige shit, because Satchel Paige was playing every year when he was 50 years old before he turned 50. And don't give me that, man, I work out every day, so I'm in shit. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you are 50 years old. Your body deteriorates just like every other 50-year-old motherfucker. And you sick my duck. Those niggas in baseball just sucks. That's just where it boils down to. Which brings me to another issue regarding steroids and performance-enhancing drugs. I want to discuss the Lance Armstrong thing. Now, normally I could give a rat's ass about cycling and whatever else, the other white sport or some shit like that. Like, the only bicycle I ever rode was a Huffy, and I never rode the shit in France, so I could give a rat's ass. But that being said, I have a problem with people getting on Lance Armstrong for giving up his fight this week. And the reason why I have a problem with people getting on Lance Armstrong for giving up his fight this week is because you don't know that fucking man and you don't know what's going on in his life. And you say, man, it's an admission of guilt. You fought this long and you didn't fight no more. You said, nah, I give up. How the fuck do you know what's going on in this man's life? Maybe cancer resurfaced and he just ain't told you. Maybe something's going on in his life and he just ain't told you, with his wife, with his kids, whoever. The bottom line is this dude has not failed a drug test. Never. And don't give me that USADA has this evidence and none of that. I don't give a fuck what the USADA has. If they don't show it to me, you have dick. Nothing in my book. Nothing. I don't give a fuck. He can look guilty to me. It's just like I was mad and my friends laughed at me when I was mad before Pete Rose admitted what he did. And I was like, dude, Pete Rose is innocent. Because he is innocent. He's innocent until proven fucking guilty. If he says, I'm not guilty, and you don't come up with evidence saying you are guilty, then he's innocent, period. And I'm going to say that about white people as well, because if white people can't get protected under the innocent to proven guilty theory, how the fuck is black people going to ever get protected under that? How? How is that possible? It's just unbelievable. Fuck you. Until USADA comes forward and tells me that this dude Lance Armstrong cheated and we have solid proof and we're going to show you. I don't give a fuck. And I don't give a fuck about them stripping his medals and all that shit, because just like I said about college sports and everything else, I know who kicked whose ass on what night. So you can walk into Reggie Bush's house and take his Heisman Trophy. I know who's the best running back in 2005 and 6 or whatever in college football. Same thing with this nigga Lance Armstrong. Suck me off. I don't give a fuck about that. Which brings me to a third topic that bothers me and grinds my gears this week. This bum Des Bryant of the I want to swing on my mama theory. This dude and the Dallas Cowboys have come to an agreement that, man, you need around-the-clock security, you need a driver, you can't drink, you can't go to strip clubs, which I personally would quit because it's pointless. If I can go to strip clubs, I'm playing football for making millions of dollars. It's pointless. He's not married, but it's amazing to me that he agreed to that shit. But, okay, he said, all this shit. First of all, why do you need all that security? Who the fuck are you, Philip Talia or somebody now? I could understand if it was Sam Hurd or somebody like that and he was pushing weight and he needed that security or something like that. I'm like, fine. Why the fuck does Des Bryant need that type of security? Dude, don't be a fuck up. This dude has to be a super fuck up too, because guess what? You are not allowed to drink. So why the fuck do you need a driver? If you're not allowed, how could you get in trouble driving if you're not allowed to drink? Explain that to me. I've never understood that whole theory. You're not allowed to drink, but you can get in trouble driving. You have to be a complete and supreme fuck up. Which he's borderline proven to be by swinging on his mama in the first place. I don't give a fuck why he was swinging on his mama. He was trying to take a crack pipe out of her hand. Whatever the fuck he was doing, that shit shouldn't have went public. This dude is a jig clown, and he is absolutely ridiculous. And speaking of jig clowns in the NFL, this is the last thing I'm going to discuss about that, and I'm done with it after the show. Jonathan Vilma is a supreme buffoon. Now, I'm in cahoots with Vilma. I'm inclined to believe that he's actually innocent of the whole charges of Bountygate. He never put no money up because everybody's come out and defended him. He said, I didn't do it. Everybody's come out and defended him. And then Roger Goodell and them tried to cut his suspension in half. Here's my thing with him. He puts up, he runs a smear campaign against Goodell, and he puts up pictures of Goodell in his rib joint in Florida like, man, don't serve this man. Dude, I could understand if the NFL commissioner was Aretha Franklin or fucking Gerald Levert. I would say, man, you dealt them a blow by not letting them in your rib joint. But Roger Goodell, like, what are you doing? You're just basically trying to fucking needle a snake. Are you crazy? Are you out of your rabbit-ass mind? Like, dude, what good is barring Roger Goodell from a rib joint that he probably was never going to eat in and never going to do? Like, dude, you're ridiculous. Pull your head out of your ass, continue suing Roger Goodell, get your fucking NFL career back, whatever is left of it, and let's move on. Because this is just tomfoolery at its height. There you have it, another episode of Direct Mass Sports Fan. If you liked it, comment. If you didn't, go fuck your mother. Peace.